Okay, guys, so is the customer always right? No, the customer is not always right. And I'm going to tell you guys a little story if you're an online reseller on how not to be bullied by buyers who try to get away with things that are untrue. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Janet. I am a part-time reseller and I am a full-time mom. So this past week, I had this experience with a buyer that was very unpleasant. He bought a sweater from me, and when he received it, the sweater didn't fit him. So he writes to me on my messages on eBay saying something along the lines like this. It said something like, this is not an XLT, extra large tall. I'm 6'3". This does not fit me. This sweater is useless to me. So I already knew from how he wrote that he was upset and that he was just going to be nasty. I could tell right off the back. I just vibed it because I've had other returns because of things running smaller than what the label says, or simply they didn't fit the buyer like they wanted it to fit, and they write to me very nicely and polite, and I provide them 100% customer service, and they return the item and I refund their money. End of story. And I usually respond to my messages within the minute of receiving it, because as soon as I see those messages pop up on my platforms, no matter what I'm doing, I drop it and I look at what it is. So that's what I did with Sky. So I immediately opened the message and I saw that and I replied to him. What I told him was, don't worry, my apologies. I'm sorry that the sweater didn't fit you. Sorry for any inconvenience. You can return the item and I'll refund your money back. So then he writes back, well, who's going to pay for this? Because it's not my fault that you described the item incorrectly. So I was, taking deep breaths, trying to deal with this dude. And I'm like, I've already explained to you. I told him, that won't be a problem. I'll refund your money back. And my item, I did tell him, I'm like, my item was described just as what the tag on that item says. Apart from that, you also had pictures with measurements to refer to. But that is not a problem. Like I said, I will refund your money back once I receive my item. So he just kept on being very pushy, very nasty. He wrote other messages, which I cannot remember because, I know I replied I replied a little bit more stern to one of them and said, sir, I've already explained to you that I will refund your money. eBay, just put in, your request in eBay, say that the item is too small and I'll accept it with a full refund and eBay will provide you with a label. So then, a minute later, I got another message from him and he's like, well, I need a name and an address. And I'm like, sir, I've already accepted your request. You should be receiving a label from eBay shortly. So he kept on pushing for my address and my name. And, I refused to give him that because I knew that it was going to be on the label. So then about 2 minutes later, he sends another message. Oh, I already got it. Janet Sanchez from Port Charlotte. But he sounded like just so freaking bratty. Like the way he wrote it, I could just vibe it. It was so freaking annoying. So, I left it as is. I unknowingly that he had gone into my eBay store and had left me a negative review. Yeah. So that really pissed me off because, like I said, I have no negative reviews. I work very, very freaking hard to provide like 200% customer service and satisfaction. So I'm like, he's not going to get away with leaving that review on my page. So I'm new to this whole reselling thing. It's only going to be 5 months tomorrow that I've been doing it. So, and I just literally got my eBay store. So, go ahead and check it out. Descriptions, stores are on my description in my tree link. But anyways, as I was saying, I'm like, how can I fix this? So I noticed that you can actually go I don't know if you could do it without an eBay store. I'm pretty sure you can. I saw on his order that it said negative review, and I could send out for them to review it and like, you know, revise it. So I'm like, I'm gonna do that because, you know, that comment that he said was uncalled for. He left something on my page. It was so stupid. Like, I mean, if I'm looking at a page and I see something like that, I would probably ignore it, because he said something along the lines like, oh, you know, the description was wrong, this doesn't fit me, it's been a waste of time, bad experience. He said something like that. He said something like, I'm 6'3" and the item doesn't fit me. I don't know, it was ridiculous, the comment that he left. So I told eBay what happened, and I have to say that I was a little nervous because I've heard some horrible stories about eBay not returning or getting back to sellers on a timely manner. So I'm like, oh my God, they're going to take forever. I'm going to have other buyers go in my page. They're going to see that review. And to me, it was like, I swear to God, like the end of the world. I know you can't satisfy everyone, but I was just very frustrated with that because I know that what he was saying was untrue. But no, I mean, I have to say that eBay was amazing. They got back to me literally within 20 minutes with the issue resolved. They said something along the lines of, oh, you know, the negative review has been removed. This buyer is no longer allowed to leave any comments on your page. It was, you know, it was really nice. I was like very impressed, to be honest. And then shortly thereafter, because I guess it works both ways, and I could just see this guy having issues with other sellers, but I got like an apology from this buyer. So I'm not sure how eBay reached out or what exactly happens there, but it couldn't have been a coincidence because this guy was just a jerk. So I'm pretty sure eBay probably sent like something to him, and then, you know, he wrote that apology to me. So that was pretty cool. But, you know, the point of the video is that the customer is not always right. You know, if you believe that your item is described as is and you've done everything on your side for it to be, you know, to what it is, and someone leaves you a negative review because it didn't fit them, that is something that is very arguable. You don't leave those comments on your page. Don't allow someone to come stain your page with their bad vibes just because they made, you know, they messed up. You know, I mean, like I said, I don't go off labels. If the measurements are there, I'm going to look at measurements. But yeah, I mean, he was super nasty, and I am so happy that, you know, eBay took care of it and they got rid of that review, and now I'm back at 100% positive reviews. You guys can go check my stores out, and you know, just, I mean, it's just unbelievable how sour people are. I am like, honestly, like lost for words. Yeah, but that was my lovely experience. So I'll see you guys here next time. Bye.